On this day, in 1915, a magisterial inquiry was launched into the tragic death of a 27-year-old Jessie McMillan. The story, as it unfolded, touched the hearts of many across Australia as the tale played out within the pages of the nation's newspapers. For the previous 6 years, Jessie had been seeing a young draper by the name of Henry Young. The two young lovers seemed perfect for one another, and Henry had proposed to Jessie in about 1911. However, the engagement had become somewhat protracted. By 1914, Jessie's mother Harriet began to question her daughter about the pending nuptials. However, Jessie would always respond that the couple would eventually get there and were in no particular hurry. However, in April of 1915, Jessie's brother James spied Henry in the company of another woman. Rather than discuss the matter with his sister, he immediately passed the information on to their mother. In a misguided attempt to protect her daughter from heartbreak, Harriet placed a ban on Henry from visiting the McMillans' house in Mary Street, West End. It would be the beginning of a tragic chain of events. Incapable of staying separated, Henry and Jessie continued to meet away from the family home. Jessie raised the question of the mystery woman with Henry, who assured his fiancée it was nothing more than friendship. Their relationship continued on, seemingly happy, through until the 2nd of June, when Jessie returned home sick from work at midday. When James returned home at about 8 p.m, he spoke to his sister in the dining room, who looked tired and mentioned she'd be going out for a little. In her hand, she was carrying a letter. Not thinking any more of it, James remained at home until Jessie's return at about 9:30 p.m. To his surprise, he heard his sister leave the house a few minutes later and ran out into the front yard in an attempt to catch her. On looking both up and down the road, Jessie was nowhere to be seen. Thinking he must have been hearing things, James returned to the dining room to search for his sister, to no avail. He went out onto the veranda and then searched Jessie's bedroom without success. Noticing the back door was unlocked, James decided to search the backyard for his sister, and on venturing through the door, James noticed 2 letters sitting on the table of the back veranda. On reading the first letter, James' jaw dropped, for it read, "Goodbye. Tonight I end my life. I am drowning myself at Schofield staging. What has made me do it will not be told. They will keep it, but it will always be on their mind." Sprinting out onto the road, James made his way to Schofield staging, a nearby area on the bank of the Brisbane River, but could still find no sign of his sister. He immediately tracked down his mother and uncle, and a report was placed to the police that Jessie was missing and was planning to commit suicide. Police were dispatched to Henry Young's residence in search of Jessie. Henry told them that he had met Jessie earlier in the night and had asked her to accompany him to the Stadium Pops, a boxing and vaudeville entertainment exhibition held regularly through 1915 at Baker's Stadium. According to Henry, Jessie agreed to meet him at 9 a.m. the following morning, and they had parted on the best of terms. The police took the opportunity to question Henry over the cryptic contents of the second letter Jessie had left him on the veranda. In it, she wrote, "True till death. Kid, I am pleased everything has come right for your own sake. You are the only one who knows, so you have it all to yourself. I have not told anyone. I am just leaving a note on the table to say goodbye. Tonight ends my life. I could not go about with a happy face. You can. You can enjoy life and think that you never had to see me, kid. I would like to have stayed until tomorrow morning, but I am too mad." Henry was unable or unwilling to shed any light on the matter. Over the coming days, the police combed the nearby riverbanks for any sign of Jessie without success. However, finally, on the morning of the 9th of June, Jessie's body was discovered on the riverbank just below South Brisbane Cemetery. Heartbreakingly, she was dressed in the wedding gown she had made from material bought for her by Henry as a birthday present. The dress she would have worn had she and Henry finally made it to the altar. A magisterial inquiry was launched 2 days later, with Henry being questioned at length about his relationship with Jessie and the mystery woman he'd been spotted with, who turned out to be a Miss Muriel Scott. The inquiry was heard over a number of days, stretching out until late June. However, little more was gleaned about Jessie's frame of mind or Henry's alleged affair, and if Henry had any information about either, he was completely unprepared to divulge any of it. Ultimately, Jessie's death was recorded as a suicide, tragically attributed to a major misunderstanding regarding her partner's faithfulness.